Hi Gemini, welcome to channel 143. I'm Antonia. This is a new channel of mine and a new venture that I'm embarking on. So let me give you a little bit of my background before I jump into your reading. I am a shaman and Reiki master teacher of close to 17 years. I've been doing this professionally since I was a teenager. I've worked with people all over the world. I've trained people all over the world. I'm also a professional musician, and over the last 10 years, I've primarily worked exclusively with clientele in the music industry. So this is completely brand new for me, putting myself out there like this. However, it's something that I've been channeling to do for quite some time. And so here we are. I'm excited to do your reading today. Let me explain a little bit about what I do. On this channel, I will be doing oracle readings, and they're oracle psychic readings for each horoscope sign. I recommend for you to get the most out of this to make sure you watch your sun sign and your moon sign at a bare minimum, because these are general readings. So every message won't apply to, or every single message won't apply to everybody all at once. However, I do offer individual readings for those of you looking for something more personal. You can reach out to me. I do this via distance or in person. I'm in New York City. I also offer deep soul shamanic healings. That's really essentially the core of what I do and what I offer. But for so many of you, oracle readings will be enough guidance. And for those of you who do desire something more in depth, that's an option for you. So, okay, so let's jump into this. I'm going to start off by doing a general overall reading. This may include love, but it won't be specific to love. This is health, career, family, whatever it is that needs to come up will come up in this. And then I do a second spread specific to love, okay? All right, so let's get started, Gemini. My gems. Well, I'm really excited to do this. I'm a Gemini as well, so this is my reading too. So Gemini, this is October 15th to November 1st. I am doing this a little earlier in the month, but I didn't want to rush to put these videos out just because this is a new, this is brand new for me. However, from here on out, I probably will just be doing videos, at least for the time being, just the beginning of the month. But we'll see how that evolves over time. So Gemini, October 15th to November 1st. The ocean, gem. You need to cleanse. We do. The ocean being a primary first card that's coming up. So many of us are craving moving to the water, to the ocean. If you're not thinking of a move, are you looking into a vacation right now? It's a good time. It's a good time. We need to be by the water. We need to be spending time in water, even if we can't venture out. Sea salt baths. That will be very important for Geminis over the next couple of weeks. We've been taking care of other people. Taking care of other people and giving and receiving popped out. So a little unbalanced, okay? And Geminis in general tend to be doing really well right now. But not everyone around us is having the same experience, okay? So we've been taking care of people. We've been very compassionate, which also means we've absorbed some energies. We need to cleanse. Sage, sea salt, but also spend some time outdoors, okay? Make sure you're connecting to Mother Earth. Before you go to bed every night, make sure you do something grounding. Do some sort of grounding meditation throughout the day. I like to end I do grounding exercises often, and then ground yourself card pops out. Okay. So yeah, we need to be grounding ourselves more because Geminis, we're in our heads. It's a blessing and a curse for our sign, right? We're creative, we're the communicators, but make sure you ground, okay? Because what I'm getting with this, and what I was also getting with the Ocean card, especially if you're a Gemini taking care of other people, or you find people are coming to you for help in any capacity right now, we are absorbing. You don't want to get sick, okay? Make sure you ground so Mother Earth, one, keeps you rooted, keeps you out of your head, but two, so your body can be nourished. If we're in spiritual la-la land all the time and creating, we forget about the health of our physical body, the well-being of our physical body, and we need to be taking better care. Not that we're doing a bad job, but just be conscious. Take care of your physical health. Grounding, what I'm also getting for Geminis, to change your diet. More veggies. I know that's really random, but green veggies. I'm also getting carrots. I have an acceptance card here out on the table for you, Gemini. And for some reason, that was the color. So accept that you need more veggies in your diet. I know that's random, but it is important to ground yourself, especially if you're feeling super creative right now. Awesome. All these amazing ideas are just like flying at us. We've already been doing so much hard work. So much hard work for these brand new goals and endeavors. Ooh, that didn't want to come out. It's okay. But we need to take care of ourselves too. Spend some time outside. The ocean. Ooh, I love the ocean being in that position. Okay. Trustworthy guidance. What are you creating, Gemini? And are you creating better work when you're by the water? If you have any sort of creative block, go spend time by the water. Go get your feet wet. If it's cold, sea salt baths. Even if it's cold and you have access to the water, I want to show you this, okay? This is a very prominent card in the spread, is the ocean. As being clarified by a card that talks about creativity. Divinely inspired creativity. Sorry, this is a new camera and a new program, so I'm like, how are the cards showing up right now? Divinely inspired creativity, okay? So these messages that you're hearing, these things that you're journaling, they're all coming from spirit, and you can trust them, okay? And as a matter of fact, not only can you trust them, but you need to run with them, because there'll be great success on the other side of this. But I think Gemini's already seeing it. I think Geminis have already done a lot of this work, which is probably why they need to spend some time by the ocean. You may need just to regroup, right? You put in that kind of work and that kind of effort, even if you're doing what you love, it's going to drain you. Drink more water. Gems, I'm getting that. So many of us, not only dehydrated, but detox. Okay, so that makes sense. So I'm getting the sea salt. That's detox, obviously, but water in general, drinking more water. There's nothing to worry about. I'm going to come back to that. Are you taking care of somebody and you're giving a little too much of yourself right now? Maybe somebody around you sick. I'm getting that clarified by. There's nothing to worry about. You may feel like there is. Something's a little off balance. I think as long as you rebalance the situation, if you're taking care of somebody, but you're also taking care of yourself, you won't get sick. You'll be okay. I think people around you who aren't feeling well, and honestly, I'm getting more emotionally than physically. I'm not getting that anyone is truly physically unwell. And if this applies, I feel like this has already happened. I don't believe this is something that will be new that comes up the next couple of weeks. I believe this is something that you're already in it, if this applies to you. But I'm getting that somebody's just, are they not emotionally well, emotionally stable right now? I'm not getting grief. I'm getting more stress. Someone lashing out a little at you, Gemini, because you just happens to be the compassionate, loving partner. and you're feeling a little guilty because like your life is so good, just letting you know. Okay, some beautiful cards are popping out right now. There's nothing to worry about. As long as nobody's overstepping any crazy boundaries. I'm not getting anything like abusively, misbehaving. Nothing crazy. If it's crazy like that, there is a release and surrender and let your past go card. And I believe that that's part of the detox. But for those of you who are in good relationships, good work situations, but it's a little stressful, people are lashing out a little bit, you happen to get the brunt of it, especially because you feel good and people know you can handle it right now. It's all going to balance out. Sorry, New York. We'll let that pass. Pull another card. So funny. I almost never acknowledge that, right? I can sleep through that. But when my family and friends come in, they're like, oh my God. Welcome to my home. Release and surrender. Gem, you're letting go of something. I want to figure out what it is. What is it that you need to detox? Okay. Release and surrender, let go of your past and detox. What do you need to detox, Gemini? Do you need a physical detox? I'm gonna pull this up for you as well. Let's do these together. What are you detoxing from your life? Are you detoxing friendships, work relationships that are a little out of balance? People who are asking more than they're willing to give you right now, Gemini. One of the main messages I'm getting for Gemini is because we're so good, we're getting the brunt of other people's frustration and pain. We don't need to do that, okay? Detox your space, cleanse your space, sage. That's an easy one. Seesaw baths, be by the water, meditation, call on Archangel Michael to come in and cleanse your space, get some energy worked on to cleanse your space. There's something a little out of balance. Well, you might also find if you've had like some chronic illnesses yourself, that could be what I'm getting. The imbalance, the physical body imbalance, because we haven't been as grounded as we need to be. Whether it be migraines or intestinal problems or something but it's more chronic, okay? It's not something that for 2 or 3 days you don't feel well, but for the last month or couple of months. Spirit is showing me a big turnaround. However, you have to do this work. If you're familiar with physical detoxes, that might be something you want to consider. You don't necessarily have to detox with crazy herbs. You can detox just by changing your diet and drinking more water. But I do believe for some Geminis, it's going to be more of an intensive detox to feel better. But it's going to ground you. Here's the thing. By you not feeling well, Spirit's giving you maybe more of an opportunity to work on something you otherwise would have put off because you're home or you can't go out as much as you would normally go out, so you can get some more of this work done, this creative project, whatever it is that Spirit's channeling for you to work on. Okay, it's grounding you so that you do take care of yourself because you've been giving too much. And if you don't feel well, then the universe is sort of forcing you to pay attention to your own health instead of putting everybody else's needs first. Okay, Gemini, we do this. But the thing is, things are looking really great. So I'm going to pull one more clarifier. I'm going to pull a couple crowning cards here. Someone getting married. Congratulations if you are engaged. Maybe somebody's newly engaged. There will be business partnerships coming together, big ones. Contracts getting finalized. Maybe don't do that during the Venus retrograde. Big commitments. You can talk about them, but maybe don't sign yet. This month or the beginning of next. you know, for some people that's unavoidable. Yeah, creative projects coming out. Gemini, you're working on something big, okay? Before I pull crowning cards, I want you to look at this. Now, I've been saying this in my videos. I attract very high-achieving creatives. It doesn't have to be music, right? I'm a professional musician, but because that's my energy and that's what I put out there, that's often who I connect to. It's also the people that I know. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get these like straight. Oh, Gemini. And so a lot of what comes out in my readings, especially in a general sense, because I'm attracting so many creative people for your creative projects, okay? This is really important to pay attention to. If you haven't started something new, or you've been channeling it, you've sort of obsessively been thinking about it, it's time, Gem. It's not a figment of your imagination, okay? This is Spirit saying, we need this out there. Do the work. This will change your life. Here we go. That big project, that big company, that big investor. This is here for us, Gemini. It's all coming together. I believe that this is more of a business marriage than a physical, emotional, personal life marriage. This will obviously be a personal. You know, this will apply to some people in the traditional sense, but I'm actually getting this has more to do with this creative project. Look, Gemini, look how beautiful that is. Look at all the music. You have angels around you in both of these cards. This card, you have angels playing music with you, and this card, you have angels whispering in your ear. Get the work done, Gemini. Don't procrastinate. Understand in Libra season, it's easy to do that because, you know, we're balancing things, we're distracted, it's chill, it's whatever. It's not time to be chill. It's time to get your work done, so create. But I want to get a couple of crowning cards here too. I also think that for those of you who are going through some health issues that have been impacting your creative endeavors, the detox is going to be what you need so that you can wake up with the energy and the health required to get these projects done. Because for some of you, you really are trying. You really are trying to put in the work. But if you're genuinely ill, it's been difficult. But that's the only real issue that I'm seeing with Gemini. It's because you're not as grounded as you need to be. You need a physical and spiritual detox. And I've said that a few times now, but it's important. Crowning cards for Gemini. I think I have some musicians out there watching this. What do you do if you're a musician as well? What do you do? I'd love to hear a little bit about the creatives that, you know, connecting. See only love, Gemini. Don't judge. We're in Libra season. It's easy to judge. Not other people. I don't think you're judging anybody but yourself. I think you might be judging your projects too harshly. Are they good enough? Are you ready for it? There's quality there. You have to take a leap of faith now, Gem, and get it out. Just get it out. You can refine things as you go along. You can make edits. You don't even have to show anybody yet, but it's time to start getting the work done. And the thing is, see only love also has to do with self-love. There's a part of your soul that longs to create something right now. It doesn't have to be a creative project per se for people that are like, I don't work in that kind of fields. I don't have those kind of time. That's fine. We're always creating our lives, our future, right? We're manifesting. The more you focus on love, the more high-level loving experiences are going to come in around any endeavor that you're embarking on. Love needs to be the core of these projects, okay? See only love also comes up for me for me personally, and so I'm going to share this with you. when you go into meetings where things are not flowing the way you'd like them to flow, people are showing up late, you're not quite getting the response that you would like, or the universe is just using that as an opportunity. I'm sorry, my computer keeps shutting off. Really? This happened in my Scorpio video too. The universe is just weeding out some people. See the good in it. Even in the situations that are just naturally not meant to work out. If you can find the good in that, it's going to be much easier to manifest a better outcome with the people that you are meant to work with. Don't get too attached to anything. Just make sure there's love there. And don't judge yourself. Don't procrastinate. Are you procrastinating, putting something out there because you're not sure if you'll be good enough? Gemini, you're brilliant. People love you, Gemini. They do. I mean, we get judged too, right? Oh, the Gemini, the twins. We're like brilliant, creative people. You know? Since when do you care about haters, Gemini? Isn't that entertaining? I mean, I've never known a Gemini who couldn't handle a hater. And quite frankly, I don't even know too many Geminis who process them. Haters. You mean my fans? You just have fans, Gemini. There's nothing to be afraid of, and if you think that you have to be perfect to be successful, you're missing the point. Spirit is asking you to put something out there, and it'll be important for your life and your career. It'll be important for your family. It's going to be important for your health. What is it that you love? You don't have to settle. Gemini's like, you're good. Energy work. Okay. If you're not feeling well, you probably need some energy work. If you feel like you're hitting hurdles, I can help you with this. But there are things you can do at home. Like I said, drink more water, sea salt bath, sage your house. Start there. If you're still not feeling well, consider getting some actual energy work done. For some of you gems, I'm really getting that you just need something simple like an uncrossing or really just a deeper level of cleansing spiritually in a way that will impact your physical, mental, emotional health as well as your spiritual, okay? It's a little bit of a disconnect here. But you are good, okay? So, like, don't stress this. You're going to start feeling better. Heart chakra, lungs maybe. But I'm not getting, like, very concerning energy here. With the health stuff, change your diet, detox. Even if it's not permanent, right? That's okay. Just give yourself the opportunity. Give your body the fuel it needs to heal. But in order for that to even, like, that healthy diet, you probably need to cleanse. Same thing spiritually, right? We want to bring in something so positive. We want to manifest this high level love and this breakthrough in our careers. But if our energy is too congested and we have attachment energies and we're absorbing a lot from other people or, you know, blocked chakras or whatever the case is, that good stuff doesn't even have room to come in. Okay, it's the same thing with your physical health. It's important to cleanse your body and cleanse your vessel so that when you are eating that healthy food and the random message of vegetables, but really feels incredibly important to tell you in this, so your body can actually absorb the nutrients of all that, okay? Well, let's not dwell on that too much. Everything's good, Gemini. You're really, really, really good. But the Ocean card, this, like, has me super excited. You thinking of moving to the water? I think you are. And I think a lot of people are going to be. If not moving, then spending a good amount of time. Okay. How about love, Gemini? I feel like we've been good. Have you been good? Gemini love, the next 2 weeks, October 15th to November 1st. Gemini. You are the only sign where the cards aren't flying. the only sign, I think. Oh, I say that in a minute. Pay attention to the red flags. It's Venus retrograde. I think a lot of Geminis right now are good. We're in healthy relationships, or at least healthier. Everything's moving in the right direction. Still pay attention to this. The red flags that are coming up may be subtle. They are red flags nonetheless. Don't ignore them. It's Venus retrograde. I can't stress enough. Really, really, really think long and hard before you entertain speaking to an ex. I'm not seeing Geminis reaching out to exes, but I do see exes reaching out to Gemini. Is that worth your time? Especially when I'm getting to, okay, that makes sense with the other card that just flipped. Give your relationship a chance. You're in a good relationship now, Gemini. Don't mess that up. Don't entertain those two options. Don't do it, because one is very wrong for you. And you know which one that is. And one is so good for you that it may wind up being one of the best relationships you've ever been in. Give it a chance. You may be new to a new relationship that's healthy, and you're like, I don't know. Yeah, there's somebody worth waiting for. This new person who's come into your life was the person who was worth waiting for. I keep getting this like double. Why are you weighing options right now, Gemini? You know that one is just a bad option. Don't do that self-sabotage shit, you know? Keep it healthy. The person you're having fun with, is really legitimately bringing you joy, that's the person who deserves your energy. Healing family issues, okay? There's just karmic stuff coming up for everybody right now. Keep your eye on the prize, Gem. If you don't have a healthy relationship currently in your life, if you're either getting out of a relationship, which I think some Geminis have done. Actually, I think if you're a Gemini getting out of a relationship, I actually think that I'm sure you're grieving, as we all do, but you're relatively calm about it. You really know that something are settled in that decision. Letting go of control issues. I think you're doing a phenomenal job at this. Gemini, letting go of control issues. Are you doing a really good job with this? The energy I'm getting is that you're doing a great job. I'm sorry, my phone's kind of blowing up right now. It's super late too. I don't know why, but you're letting go of control issues, and you also are letting go of controlling people, I'm getting. The family issues is purely karmic, and that's that person. It's the red flag, okay? When it feels karmic, that's not the relationship you're supposed to entertain right now, Gemini. Give that really good person a real chance. There's something very satisfying long term, even if you don't feel it all at once. And part of it is not just that. It's not that there's any lack of good energy there with you in this good option. But I think Geminis have just been through the ringer for so long that, like, this great, amazing person, like, this is sitting in the middle of this spread. This amazing person who is worth waiting for, who came in divine timing, like, you don't even know if you believe that. Can you trust that? What I'm telling you is that you can. If it feels karmic right now, it's not the one. It can feel soulmate. I don't want to say, but high level soulmate. Those lower level soulmates that are coming and going. You know what I mean by karmic, Gemini? Those issues that continuously repeat. It's a different face, but it's the same thing that's showing up. That's karmic. That thing that reminds you of your childhood that you haven't healed yet, that's karmic, okay? And that's why when you are attracting somebody and there is a karmic element to it, it can be very difficult to let go of, especially if there's this past life journey you've already had. And I'm not saying for everybody, I'm in a high-level soulmate relationship, and it's absolutely magnificent right now, so I'm not telling any of the stable, those of you in the stable relationships. That's not what I'm talking about. It's more for those of you that are single, or those of you that are entertaining two options right now, okay? There is one that is very clearly healthy for you, and there is one that is clearly not. And you might be drawn to the one that is clearly not because you still have karmic issues to resolve, but there are other ways to resolve them. You can journal. You can channel it through your creative endeavors, whatever you're writing down. You have friends you can reach out to. You had energy work, crowning, the other spread. Get some energy work done to clear your energy. Don't ruin a good relationship right now. For those of you getting to know each other, I'm really getting some new energy. If you're single and you recently got out of something, somebody new and somebody good is coming into your life. I put money on that. There's a lot of good energy around that right now. If you're in a stable relationship, you might still be healing some family stuff. We all know that there are challenges, even in healthy relationships, of course. Put a little more effort in. Couple Geminis, make sure you're saying, you're letting your partner know how appreciative you are, how grateful you are. Say those words. I am grateful for you because I'm grateful that you did X, Y, and Z. The energy of that will be so profoundly beautiful. The karma, the good karma you're going to rack up from that. If there's a little bit of an issue, that right there might squash it. Make the effort. Write a love note. Do you ever do that? We do that all the time. So my partner, he's a Virgo, but then he's a Gemini sun. He's a Virgo sun, a Gemini moon, and a Gemini rising. So there's all sorts of Gemini here. And we literally write each other love notes every single day. There's a specific time of day that we do this. It's like our own little love holiday every day. And the majority of what we write is how grateful we are for one another. Why do we love each other so much? It's the most beautiful energy, gratitude that you can bring in. I mean, that comes from a place of unconditional love, right? So for those of you, the reason why I'm telling you this is for those of you in the committed relationships. I actually think that you're very good. Your partner is very stable. They're staying with you, okay? They're staying with you. If a Gemini is getting out of a relationship, I think it's the Gemini choosing to. But there's more positivity here. I'm not seeing a whole lot of breakup energy. Put in the effort. Stability, Gemini. How does that feel? Are you bored? You have so much stability in your life. Go work on a new project. You get bored, don't mess up the great relationship, okay? Just don't. I know. We get bored in our crazy ass calls and we're like, ooh, I can handle this. This will be entertaining. Don't. Then I pull the codependent card, okay? Someone is being an energy vampire to you. Don't let that. In healthy relationships, be careful of this. Are you a little too clingy? Make sure you have your time apart. Make sure you're still going out with your friends. You're still working on that project. That's your passion project. Make sure you're taking care of yourself. You're going to the gym. You have some alone time. You're a Gemini. You need some space. You need some space. If someone is too codependent, they're going to push you away. So if you're in a healthy relationship and you're feeling trapped the next 2 weeks, don't freak out. Just have some healthier boundaries and make sure you take the time when you need the time and, and you're detoxing and doing Gemini. You're good. For those of you who are not in healthy coupled relationships, maybe you're getting out of something because it was codependent, it was too draining for you. I want to hold something up for you. This will actually be a big red flag. Remember, this came up. Pay attention to the red flags. I said they might be subtle. Someone who's codependent doesn't necessarily come across. That doesn't always come across as some major issue because someone who's codependent might be very attentive. We like when people pay attention to us. Let's call it what it is, okay? That works well for us. But sometimes, under the surface, this is someone who needs your energy to be happy. People need to make themselves happy. And we as Geminis, we have been forced to do all sorts of self-love and internal work and exercise healthy boundaries. And we've made ourselves happy, even in moments that have really tested us. And we've done a great job. We really have, Gemini. You are doing a great job. Make sure this person is doing this for themselves, okay? Make sure they're not stealing your energy to be happy. Make sure if they're a little unhappy that they're doing what they need to do. For single Geminis, if that's coming up for you, that's probably more of a karmic thing. Try to heal it without getting into a new relationship that's going to end quickly. Be careful. People come and they steal your energy, Gem. Because we have a lot of it. Why? Crowningness. Because they're playful. We like to have fun. We naturally like to make people feel better. Right? Can't help it. We're fun. You know, we're grown and we run our businesses and we have these creative projects and we're social and we're cool and whatever, but we're like little kids sometimes. But this card has two meanings, okay? One is that someone's taking advantage of this a little too much, but it's okay. I mean, if you're otherwise in a great relationship and you're fine. Just exercise healthier boundaries. Don't make it a big deal. Just be careful. But the positive in this, Gemini, is we're attracting people who are equally as playful as we are. Are you dating another Gemini too? How fun is that? Are you guys enjoying each other? And you know, Gemini, you could also be being a little codependent too. Let's call it what it is. We're notoriously independent, but when we fall in love and we like find our human, we don't love having a ton of space from them. Make sure you're going out and you're having fun with your partner, but make sure you're not neglecting your family and your friends. Okay, fun, Gemini. You'll have the better relationship, the healthier relationship if you have playfulness at the core of it. And as a Gemini, I know you appreciate that. You want to have fun. That person you have all sorts of like inside jokes with and you do really dumb things together. Your playfulness is making you so attractive. You're having fun and you're so happy and everyone's noticing you, Gemini. Spotlight's on you. Enjoy it because you're attractive and not just on a superficial level, but your soul is beautiful and people recognize that. I want to see one more crowning card, okay, because I'm feeling 3 right now. So one more crowning card for gems. Gemini love reading. Yes. Gemini. What did I say? Gemini, I love you, but don't get bored. If you're bored, go find something. Go work on some art. I'm serious. Go write a song. I'm not even kidding you. Don't answer his phone call. Don't answer her phone call. I don't think you're bored and reaching out. But I think if someone calls you at the right moment and you're just like particularly bored with the stability that you have in your life, give the good one a chance, okay? They're not boring. If you're a little bored, you need to find ways to have fun. Play together. You're grown, I got you. Play. We need that. You're Gemini. You deeply need to have fun with whoever you're with for that to be healthy long term, okay? The stability's good. It's going to grow on you. You're not settling. I'm not getting settling energy at all. The energy just grosses me out, to be honest with you. In love and settling, no, we don't. But this person will be who you would be settling for. Value your time. It's not even about the other person. You want to be loyal and be fair to them, but value your own time. Value your own heart. Value your own mental sanity. There are other ways to entertain yourself. Go party. Go like walk around your city. Go on vacation. Remember, to the ocean. Do it. Do it. Take care of yourself. But this, don't do this. For some reason, Gemini, I feel like you're not going to listen to me. If you don't listen to me and you don't give the good one a chance, the one who's worth waiting for, oh, Gemini, you're going to pay for that dearly. Okay, let me just call. And you have free will to do what you want. I understand sometimes there's a process. Can I show you what's at the bottom of the deck? For the right one, it's safe for you to love, Gemini. This person's not boring. You're just used to drama. You don't need drama to be happy. This person's going to be so fun because you're going to be so silly and so dumb, and like you'll be able to act the way you've never been able to act with anybody before. They're going to be your best friend. You get it, Gemini? This person's worth waiting for because you have crazy chemistry, but then like they're also your best friend. The communication's on point. The sex is on point. But your downtime when you're sitting on a couch, you're just silly. You can go out in the world and have fun. You can travel together. You're entertaining together. That person's safe to love. The ex, not so much. Oh my God, Gemini, and if you trust me, this. You got this. I'm sorry, my lighting's a little weird right now. Can you see this wedding? The right one. And if you're single, the right one's around the corner, okay? It's safe for you to be vulnerable with the right person. Pay attention to the red flags. With that person who's particularly fun, who makes your heart feel good, who's grounded, who's stable, who's showing up for you in a way other people haven't before, that's the one you're going to want, okay? And this person will be showing up over the next 2 weeks for you, Jen. It's right around the corner. You're right there. Hold out for the right one, okay? Venus retrograde is going to tempt you with this. It's not worth your time. Okay, Gemini. Thank you so much for tuning in to Channel 143. I am so grateful to be with my fellow Geminis, getting all of this off the ground. I'm sure I'll be making some tweaks as we go along, but I did just want to get some material out there. I hope that you found this informative. If you find that this was a little too general, Gem, I recommend that you're watching your moon sign as well, okay? And if you still want some more clarity, reach out for a personal reading, and we can go really in depth with love or this ex or whatever it is that you need. And even more importantly, if you really are needing some energy work right now, I'm happy to help you with that. That's what I do best, okay? But I'm sending you so much light, so much love. I'm so grateful that you tuned in, and we'll see you next time. Ciao.